Hello, this is SJ Talks to Life coming back at you with another video. If you're new to my channel, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, please, and thank you. I was watching Walter Hampton's video today. YouTuber by the name of Walter Hampton, and he was talking about homosexuality, because he is gay, and he was talking about how people can't be, now a little disclaimer before I go into any further. I'm not passing judgment on anybody. I know that's a touchy subject. I gotta speak the truth. Not passing, I love everybody. Not passing any judgment on anybody. It's not my job to judge anybody. Okay, so throw that disclaimer out there. He was talking about how people, because I think he's an atheist. He's an atheist, and he was talking about how people, gay people, you can't pray it away. I think that was actually the title of the video. You can't pray gay away. You can't pray it away. I think that was the title of the video. And of course, I wasn't going to dispute that in this comment section. I actually made another comment in the comment section, you know, basically saying leave folks alone, let folks live their life or whatever, you know, something like that, something of that nature. I said I wasn't going to dispute him say anything in this comment section, because I didn't want to go back and forth with him or anybody else in that comment section concerning that topic there, as far as that. But this is my channel, and I can say what I want on my own channel. Okay, so this is my platform. Just like he has the right to say what he wants on his platform, I got the right to say what I want on my platform. This is my platform, so I'm going to speak my piece. But anyway, he was talking about how you couldn't pray it away, and people have tried and all this kind of stuff, and stuff like that. I beg to differ. I think that we can be delivered. I wrote some stuff down in my notes, but I think I can remember it. We can be delivered from just about anything. We could be delivered from drugs, lust. You know, lust is a spirit. Lust is a spirit. Homosexuality is a spirit. It's a spirit. We can be delivered from those spirits. Those spirits are from the devil, because it is not of God. I mean, I'm just being honest. Now, if you don't agree with me, go ahead and click off this video right now, because I'm not going to go back and forth with people in the comment section, you know, concerning that, because I know that's, you know, a touchy subject there. But I'm not passing any judgment on anybody. You know, I have a dear friend. He's like a brother to me that's gay, and, you know, I love him dearly. So I know other gay people, so I'm not like that, you know, and it's not my job to judge anybody. I'm not God. But what I'm saying is that we can be delivered. We can be delivered from homosexuality as a spirit. And I understand that some people were molested as children, and by the same sex. They could have been molested by the same sex, and it kind of made them go that way. And I completely understand that. I completely understand that. But the thing is that you can be delivered from homosexuality. See, the Spirit of God is very powerful. The Spirit of God is very powerful. And just like homosexuality is a spirit, lust is also a spirit, where it causes people to commit fornication and adultery. That's also a spirit. So those two spirits are not a God. It makes it very clear in the Bible that God thinks those things are detestable. He thinks those things are detestable. Now, I get it that some people may not believe in God. There are people that are agnostic, that they're atheists, and they don't believe in God, whatever. But the Spirit of God is very powerful. And I love, one of my favorite scriptures is, we can do all things through Christ that strengthens us. I can do all things through Christ that strengthens me. It's one of my friends, she likes to, because I used to say that all the time when I was younger. And she like, I remember you used to say, I can do all things through Christ that strengthens me. Because, you know, we go way back to when we was in our 20s. And I used to say that all the time. So that's one of my favorite scriptures in the Bible. Is we can do all things through Christ that strengthens us. And you can, homosexuality is something that you can be delivered from. You can be delivered from homosexuality. It's a spirit. It's not a spirit of God. Just like lust is a spirit, it's not a spirit of God. And you can be delivered from it. He was making the point in his video that you can't pray it away. You can't, basically, in so many words, saying that you can't be delivered from it. I beg to differ. Lots of people beg to differ. You can be delivered from it. It's two factors that causes people to be stuck in that homosexuality spirit and a lust spirit. It's two factors. One of the factors is lack of belief. Lack of belief in God. Lack of faith and lack of belief in God. You don't, or if you believe in God, you lack faith. You don't have enough faith and believe enough in God to believe that He can deliver you from it. Because you have to have enough faith in God. You have to first believe in God. And then number two, you have to have enough faith in God to believe that He can actually deliver you from this thing. It's just like drugs, alcohol, or any other thing, you know. We can be delivered from it. But the first thing is that you got to believe in God, and you have to have enough faith in Him to believe that He can deliver you from it. Okay? First of all. Second of all is your personal will. Your freedom of will. God gives us freedom of will. He doesn't take that away from us, because He doesn't push Himself on anybody. He's not going to force Himself on anybody. He's not going to force you to believe in Him or anything like that. So we have freedom of will. He gave us that. He gave us the freedom to choose and to make decisions for ourselves. And that's another factor, is your personal will. If you don't have the will if you don't have enough will or desire to be delivered from homosexuality, you won't be delivered from it. If you don't have enough will and desire to be delivered from it, you won't be delivered from it. You know, because a lot of people say, well, I was born this way. I'm not going to get into that. I'm really not going to get into that in this video. I'm not going to get too deep into all that. I'm not, not going to even go in that direction. But a lot of people believe that. But yeah, those are two factors that can prevent people from being delivered from that spirit. Whether it be homosexuality, whether it be fornication, lust spirit, those are spirits. Those spirits are not of God. So if it's your belief in God, your faith that He can deliver you from it, and it's your will. Because I personal testimony, I'm straight. I'm not gay, but personal testimony, I struggled with the spirit of lust. I struggled with the spirit of lust for many years, like a lot of people have. Like a lot of people have, years ago, because I've been abstaining for many years. But I did at one time struggle with the lust spirit. It's a spirit. It's a spirit. It's a bad spirit. It's not a spirit of God. Because when you have that lust spirit, it will cause you to commit fornication. It will cause you to commit adultery. Those things are not of God. So there was times where I tried to abstain before, and I tried to do it on my own, and I was unsuccessful. Hence my youngest son. But that's a story for another time, child. But when I finally decided to totally dedicate my life to God and to release, and I started believing, and I started truly believing that He can help me with it, that He can help me with the spirit, with that spirit. And I started truly believing that He can help me with it. And that goes back to what I was saying. The second thing is my personal will. It was also my personal will to wanna do it and wanna commit, to really, really want God to help me with it. I had to really want God to help me with it. I had to want to be delivered from it. I really wanted to be delivered from it. I really wanted to be delivered because it was just like anybody else that's in that spirit. You know, you're putting yourself in bad situations because you have that spirit. So, and I wanted to dedicate my life to God. Well, you can't really do that if this is something that you're dealing with. And I had to really believe. I had to have enough will and desire to be delivered from it. I had to have a strong desire to be delivered from it, which I did. I had a strong desire to be delivered from it. And because I had a strong desire and will to be delivered from it, God came in and helped me with it. You know, and I had enough belief and faith in God and to believe that He would help me with it. Those two things combined, I was delivered from that. I was delivered from that lust spirit. So I do believe that homosexual people can be delivered from it because it is in fact a spirit. It's a spirit. And I do believe that they can be delivered if they truly so desire. If they truly so desire to be, if you have that spirit for whatever reason, if you truly so desire to be delivered from it, you can be delivered from it. But everything starts with us. Everything starts with us. You have to want to be delivered from it. You have to want it. Just like drugs, alcohol, overeating, or anything, you have to want to be delivered from it in order for God to help you. And you have to have enough belief and faith in God that He can help you with it. Because those two things go hand in hand. Your personal will and desire to be delivered, and your belief and faith in God that He can help you with it. Those two things has to go hand in hand. You know, but if you don't have that strong will and desire to be delivered from it, there's nothing that He can do. Because one thing God doesn't do, well, first of all, God cannot lie. He cannot lie. Second of all, He does not force His will on anybody. He will not force His will on you. He will not force you to do something that you don't want to do. If you're not ready to surrender your will to Him, He is not going to force Himself on you. So those two things have to go hand in hand. And it was those two things, once I got those two things together, then He was able to deliver me from the lust spirit. Lots of people struggle with that. And so I do think that homosexual people can be delivered from. They can be delivered from homosexuality. It's a spirit. And anything is not of God, any spirit that's not of God, you can be delivered from it, but you have to want to be delivered from it, And you have to have enough belief and faith in God that he can help you be delivered from it. I mean, you guys feel me where I'm going? You feel me? So, I mean, I know everybody don't believe in God. And, you know, he's stressed on his channel that he didn't believe that. And, you know, that's like I said, that's his platform and all that. Lots of people, you know, are walking around thinking that you can't pray it away, you can't be delivered from it. But I beg to differ. You know, I think you can be delivered from it, because we can do all things through Christ that strengthens us. And I'm gonna leave you with that note. Hit me up in that comment section. I'm not going back and forth, get into no heavy debates with people on whatever as far as that. Because people, you know, believe what you want to believe, but, you know, whatever. Because I know that's a touchy subject. But hit that like, subscribe, and share. Until the next video, you guys be blessed.